Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, homebrew news, and much, much more. So, today I wanted to talk about the biggest release that I believe the scene has had really pretty much since Elden Ring, and that is we finally got a release for Horizon Forbidden West. So, I wanted to take a few moments today to discuss a couple of the different releases that are currently out there and hopefully help guide you to the one that you may want to download depending on where you live and also what languages you may speak. So I wanted to kick off things by bringing us back to February the 18th, where I released this video, which basically stated that Horizon Forbidden West requires 9.03 and the sad trombone sound, meaning that you could not play it on 9.00. Obviously, since February the 18th, all the way to today, which is July the 18th, we've had a total of 150 days since the game was released until the amount of time that we're actually able to play it on a 9.00 jailbroken system. So with that out of the way, let's talk a bit about the releases and then we'll go ahead and install it on my 9.00 system. So currently I found that there are three main kind of releases that are out there right now that at least a lot of different folks are talking about. I am going to leave the titles exactly like they are. So if you find this title and you match it up to the release that you're looking at download, it'll be a little bit easier to determine which one I'm actually talking about. So the very first one here is the USA release of Horizon Forbidden West, and this does come with version 1.17. Now, it states right in here that this is fully backported, but if we take a look over on Twitter, we can see that there is obviously a couple of different folks that are still having problems, especially that's running 6.72 and earlier than that. Now, if you are on 9.00, then this release works just fine, and I will be installing that in just a moment here. So inside of this release, there is obviously the base, and then again, there was this backport for 505, 6.72, and then 9.00. As mentioned just a moment ago, you may want to hold off, especially if you're trying to get this to work on 6.72. More information on that in just a moment. But again, if you are using 9.00, you should be good to go. The next release was simply Horizon Forbidden West plus update 1.04. Now, in this release, this is the European release of the game, as you can see by the title ID just located right here. Now, this comes with the base, as well as this comes with the update for 1.04 to work on 9.00. Now, keep in mind, there's a reason that you're going to want to use version 1.17. And that is primarily because that 1.17, it comes with all kinds of important fixes, primarily for the main story quest. Also, there's bugs, obviously, in the main story that it fixes. There's a new game plus, and then there's, again, some more bug fixes. There is a post over on Reddit, and here is the main quest that it fixes. It also fixes a bunch of the side quests, world activities, to the machines, the weapons. There is also a number of UI UX fixes that was in here as well. So again, you can refer to this Reddit post if you want to see more of the different types of fixes that this has. And keep in mind that this 1.17 patch just came out 12 days ago. And then the third release is this one right here, which again is for the European version of the game, but has a patch which is version 1.17. So this updates your European release, which is this one right here, to 1.17. But keep in mind that you lose all of your dubs from the Europe and they're replaced with US dubs. Another thing to note here is that this only works with 9.00. And I have a few more notes down here, and basically what this note is that if you are on a lower firmware than 9.00, primarily you're going to be spending some time waiting here in order for all of the remaining bugs for those lower firmwares to be worked out. Honestly, I see a lot of those bugs and I keep seeing all of the patches that they keep making, and it makes me very thankful for 9.00. And another thing is that I'm a person that practices what I preach, and so I took one of my 6.72 machines recently on my YouTube channel here and upgraded it to 9.00. So I'm believing it's more along the lines of time for people to start upgrading to 9.00. I do understand why you may want to stay on those earlier firmwares for maybe a chance of custom firmware or not having to use a USB drive in order to exploit the system, but I think it's about time to go to 9.00. Okay, so let's jump over to the PlayStation 4 and let's get this installed. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm inside of PS4 Explorer, and we can see that the base package is setting at 71.3 gigabytes, and then the update to 1.17 is at 2.3 gigabytes. So let's go ahead and let's press X here, and we are ready to go. So we'll press X again, and then I will speed through this section and we will get it installed. Okay, and we're just about there. Okay, there it is. It is installed. We're going to go to Info first. So I'm going to go to Information. And there we go. We're at 1.00. Let's switch back to PS4 Explorer and let's get the patch installed. Okay, again, the patch at 2.3 gigabytes. We're going to press X here and then X again. And there we go. It has been installed. We'll check the information just real quickly, and we can see it's setting there at 1.17. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's run the game. Okay, so for those of you that are wondering what type of languages is available for the text, here is a list. You do get to select it once you start the game. Obviously, I'm going to pick English. And then there is speech and movie languages. So you can see here, it's got support for English and then 3 more languages. We'll press X here. Okay, and so once the game loads up, you can go to settings here, and then you can see text language. And I'm just going to scroll through some of the languages here because I think that is what some folks are really looking to have the ability to change the text of the language to the language that they speak. So hopefully you see your language in here. And then for the speech and movie languages, there's only 4, so it doesn't take very much time to go through those. Now I'm just going to jump into some gameplay. Okay, and so here is the game. It is absolutely beautiful. As I was watching the cutscenes that started, I was so amazed by how great this game looks. So there you go. The game works just as intended. And I believe the next question folks are going to be asking is all about Gold Hen cheats. So I did go into the Gold Hen cheat manager just a few moments ago, and I went ahead and allowed it to update here. And I pressed OK here, and then I went back into the game just to see if there were any cheats that were already available for Horizon. And well, the answer to that is that there isn't any right now. So we can go to the Gold Hen cheat menu here, and we can see that there are no cheats found for this title ID inversion. So I wanted to say thank you so very much for watching. I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!